Of all of the Super Mario Odyssey kingdoms, the Lake and Seaside kingdoms are, in my opinion, the most controversial. I'm Potato Sensei. Let's see which one's better. To see which kingdom is better, I have constructed a 5-category point system consisting of boss, atmosphere, music, landscape, and plot. I think that this can really tell which kingdom is stronger. The kingdom with the most points at the end will be deemed the better kingdom. The boss for the Seaside Kingdom is, I believe this is how you pronounce it, the Mollusc Lancer. I think that's French. It is an octopus who is drinking all the carbonated water, sparkle water, that is the main attraction of the Seaside Kingdom. I think when it's always looking at you and seeing what you're doing, it is a little bit suspenseful, but the calming music kind of balances it out into a calming but energetic boss fight. I actually really like this boss fight, and it used the capture very well to try and defeat it, which I thought was a really cool idea. But when you do actually fight the boss, a new music piece comes that I think is really cool. I think it really brought the fight together. The boss fight of the Lake Kingdom is one of the Brutals. The Brutals were fun at first, but after a while they did get kind of repetitive. I think the boss fight is fun, but it just can't level up to a real intense boss fight, which is the Mollusc Lancer. So I think that the Seaside Kingdom does win the boss fight category, which earns it the first point. Seaside 1, Lake 0. The main landscape of the Seaside Kingdom is the small islands in the huge ocean and the small canyon caverns on the edge of the map. You start on a pretty massive beach. It isn't that big, but it connects to the canyons. Also, the cave system under the lighthouse I thought was really cool and kind of suspenseful with the eels trying to eat you. I just wish it had more of that and a bit more complexity and it added more to that feels to the area. I also think that the trenches underwater, the ones that were very deep, that was very cool where the Sphinx was. So I think that the Seaside's landscape was pretty typical of a beach, but the stuff that it added that was new to a beach area, it could have added more to. The landscape of the Lake Kingdom is pretty self-explanatory. It's a lake. There are also cliff-like mountains across the edges so that you can't see over it. The Greek architecture underwater was very beautiful and added to the complexity of the area. I also love the kind of half-clear orb where the inhabitants live. I thought it was really a cool idea, and you get to see Dory underwater fully submerged. I also thought that even though it was small, there was so much to do that I really think that the Lake Kingdom wins the point. Even though the Sea Kingdom had a lot, the Lake Kingdom had so much going on in such a small space and kept everything under control. Super Mario Odyssey has one of my favorite soundtracks of all time. It has great pieces of music. The music in the Seaside Kingdom was so elegant and soothing and calming. The underwater theme was even more beautiful. There isn't much to say about this soundtrack, but it fit the area really well. well with the colors that were blue, pink, and purple. They fit so well together. The elements of Zora's domain from the Legend of Zelda series perfectly went with the music. I thought that this theme was very great and was just so beautiful and soothing. I do think that the Seaside Kingdom does win the music category because it fit the area and the atmosphere so well. With the sunset and the beautiful water, it just outplayed the Lake Kingdom music. The main plot for the Seaside Kingdom is that the mollusk Lancer is drinking all the sparkle water, which is the main attraction for the Seaside Kingdom. You have to stop him and save the sparkle water. I thought that this plot was pretty cool and fun, but after a while it got a little bit repetitive, but ended up having a nice end with the nice boss fight. The main plot for the Lake Kingdom is that Bowser's minions, or the Broodals, have stolen the Lock Lady dress from the inhabitants of the Lake Kingdom. You have to stop them and get the dress back. I thought that this plot was actually pretty cool, and also, once you finish everything from the kingdom, stairways and easy pathways come so you can get around and traverse the kingdom easier. But at the start you have to go through cave systems and other water passageways to get to the places you need to go to save the Lock Lady dress. I actually think that the Lake Kingdom beats the Seaside Kingdom in this category, but I don't think it's a huge landslide, but I think it barely beats the Seaside Kingdom. It all comes down to this category, atmosphere. Super Mario Odyssey excelled in the art of atmosphere. In every single kingdom, I felt everything around me and I got chills everywhere. I think that this is going to be the deciding factor of which kingdom is the best. Looking at the Seaside Kingdom's atmosphere, it first started with a nice sunny day at the beach, which I really enjoyed. Then once you beat the boss, it turns into a beautiful sunset with just soothing music. I think the atmosphere in this kingdom was great. I also believe that going underwater with the whole new theme underwater, even though it's just the main theme with some new elements, I think it really added to the great feels of the area. The Lake Kingdom's atmosphere was great too. The Greek-like architecture with the beautiful colors and the cliffs around you really added to the great feels of the area. I also love the color scheme and that Dory is underwater fully for the first time. I also love the beautiful details like the seaweed and the sparkles in the water, and the music was a great addition. It's gonna be a hard choice for which one's better. But I think the winner of the Seaside versus Lake Kingdom battle is the Seaside Kingdom. I think the Lake Kingdom brought so many good ideas to the table, but couldn't beat the great Seaside Kingdom. The music combined with the great atmosphere and had a real substantial boss really brought the Seaside Kingdom above and beyond. I think that's why the Seaside Kingdom wins. Thanks so much for watching the video, guys. My Minecraft series is taking longer than I expected, so it should be a bit longer. I expect maybe a week longer. I do apologize, but it is taking a long time. It will come soon, though, and I promise you it will be good. Thank you. Potato Sensei out.